All right, the next step. The next step is the slider that goes here. And this is the slider. And the slider is going to go back and forth along the bolt here. And that's how the scissor goes up and down. Because as it goes and gets closer together, then the scissors move up. As it goes back, then the scissors come down. So this moves back and forth, and that's how that works. These top guys here, these are for the limit switches. And that's these things. These are going to sit on top of here, and we're going to put those on later. But that's what these are for here. These on the end, these are for the actual scissors. They connect here. This is where the 3/16 or 5/16 inch bolt goes. And these should slide in fairly easy. They should move. They should have some play to them, because of the way the threading is. As this threads into here, as it goes from one bolt to the other, they've got to space out just right so that it works. And this is going to go in this direction, just like this. Okay, if it doesn't go in freely and it's a little tight, just grab it and move it and give it some play. It should spin real nice and easy. Okay, I use some shrink tubing, and this shrink tubing is 10 millimeters long. And I put it on and then shrunk it, but I unthreaded it to take it off because, well, I already did it once. So you just put it on, and then shrink it on. So you'll want to move this all the way to the end before you shrink this, because you don't want to melt this. That'll melt, so you got to be careful. So heat shrink tube on there. The reason is because the bearing I'm using is a metric bearing. It's an 8 millimeter inside diameter bearing. Here's the bearing here. This is a standard bearing from a fidget spinner. So you can use a fidget spinner bearing if you'd like, or you can go buy these. I have a link to those. The 5/8 inch bolt here is a little bit smaller. So that fits in a little bit snug on there, and that's good. So that's going to go on there. And then these two pieces are the end. So this is the end piece for the bolt. And these are going to have some pre-drills on them as well. Only on the outside for these four here. Those will be pre-drilled with the 1/8 inch drill. You'll also drill these as well, so that the bolts slide freely through there. So they slide freely through. Okay, don't drill any of these, because then they won't work. Then you'll have to print out another one. So only these four. And so that's ready to get connected, and then that's going to go like this. You're going to make sure that that is the same as that. And then that will go on top. And then these go in. You can use 10 millimeter, you can use 12 millimeter bolts for this. It doesn't quite matter. Either one is fine, depending on which one you have on hand. So those will go in. Remember, shiny side up. And also on these washers, the shiny side up part, that's going to really come into play. See, that one's stripped pretty bad, isn't it? I need to glue that one into place, don't I? That's all right. We'll worry about that later. I'll reprint this, but we'll continue on with the instructions like nothing ever happened. You didn't see that, did you? All right, so bolt these in snugly. Don't over tighten them or you'll strip them like I did. I guess I need more glue in that other one, because I did re-glue this one, and this one's got some snugness to it. That's kind of nice. So that Gorilla Glue trick works. Yes, that's great. All right, let's put this one in. Okay. These are in place. Okay, so that's going to go like that.